This story, which is kind of based on the foreclosures crash of 2010 in Florida. So Andrew Garfield is a single father living at home with his child and his mother. At the very beginning of the film, there's a knock on the door, and it's Michael Shannon's Rick Carver, who is turfing him out of his house because apparently he's defaulted on payments. And in what is a really, really sort of palm-sweating, really quite alarming opening movement, you see this family being turfed out of their home. They keep saying, look, can you just give us till tomorrow? No, you have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to grab everything and get it out. And it's a real sort of bravura sequence. They're literally thrown out onto the street all the time. Michael Shannon on the phone doing other things, because this is what he does. What he does is he makes his money by going round turfing people out of their homes, repossessing homes, reselling them. By savage irony, Andrew Garfield and his family are then sent to stay in a motel which is full of people who've been turfed out of their homes. And when he goes back to go and try and reclaim some of his belongings, he ends up taking work with Michael Shannon, because what he needs is money. The next thing you know, it's like a kind of Wall Street relationship, with Gordon Gekko, Charlie Sheen, and the Gordon Gekko character played by Michael Douglas, in which suddenly he's being taken around and told all these home truths about how America doesn't bail out losers, America only bails out winners. It is a system by, for, and about the ruling class, and if Andrew Garfield's character wants to get back on the horse, this is how to do it. Here's a clip.
A lot of money you just gave me. It feels a bit like trouble.
Well, you done honest work your whole life building homes. What'd that get you but me knocking at your door?
Are we stealing? Is this stealing?
Well, in 2006, you borrowed $85,000 against your home and never paid it back, Nash. You telling me that's not stealing?
You serious? Yeah, that's not stealing. That's me taking a loan. That's me working my ass off trying to pay back that loan.
You took something and you didn't give it back. Then banks screwed you over. Take your pick. Either way, you lost. But I made more money during the crash than before it. You can too. You just gotta stop lying to yourself and ask, what did you do wrong that your family lives in a motel?
Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. But I need you to do me a favor. I need you to help me get my family home back. I want you to take this as my first payment.
Don't get emotional about real estate.
No, it's too late for that. That's my family home. That's my boy's school, so please just take this.
Don't get emotional about real estate, and yet that's exactly what the film makes us do. I mean, it's an economic thriller. It's actually very much in that way that Wall Street kind of was. It's a gritty and really strangely edgy and grueling story about people who have been literally had their homes taken away from them, and somebody attempting to scramble their way back to some semblance of stability and ending up working for exactly the person that they don't want to work for. And what's great about it is Andrew Garfield's terrific. I mean, I think it's his best performance in a very, very long time. He obviously was so great in Social Network, but since then he hasn't had a really meaty role like this, and he's terrific. Michael Shannon does a brilliant job of, on the one hand, being the first time you meet him, he's vulpine and reptilian and horrible. And then he does exactly that thing that Gordon Gekko does. The greed is good. And he starts sort of explaining economically that this is how the world works. And this is, and his father actually built homes, and look what happened to him. And nowadays you have to understand that the money isn't in building homes. The money is in throwing people out of homes. And the drama works really well. It's genuinely gripping. There are moments in it which are really, really painful to watch. There are other sequences in it in which you're yawning while I'm telling you this, but I'm telling you it is actually an
I am not.
Not yawning at me.
No.
Okay. You would really, really enjoy it.
It sounds terrific, and I forgive Michael Shannon instantly.
Yeah, and he's really good in it. It's very, very well directed by Ramin Barani, who's made things like Chop Shop. And I knew very little about it beforehand, other than the title. And I know, an economic thriller never sounds like something which is utterly riveting, but believe me, it's a really, really interesting story, and it's very well told, and it has its feet in reality, and it's got terrific performances, and it feels like it's about something.